And welcome back to part 6 of What If the Uzumaki clan lived in the leaf. I have been trying to rest my voice all day because my throat has been really weird the last week and a half. I'm not in any serious health danger or anything like that, but you know that feeling you get when your throat sort of tightens up a little bit and you're about to throw up? That's what I've been getting without the throwing up or the nausea. My throat has been feeling tight. I can breathe pretty fine, but it just makes things feel weird. So I've been giving my voice a rest until I had to do the videos today. And I think it may be that I've been overusing my voice overall because not talking seems to be helping. Anyway, though, I have to talk to do the videos, so I'll try to be as simplistic and try not to overdo it with the voices. Really, the only voices I actually have to do most of the time for the Naruto one are Orochimaru, Gaara, and Zabuza. Those are the only real voices I have to do. And maybe Jiraiya. It's the Dragon Ball Z ones where when the voiceovers kill me. Oh, dude, how many horse voices are there? You got Piccolo, Vegeta, Lord Frieza, not horse, but a complete voice change, Master Roshi, Krillin. Anywho, so we left off with the ending of the bridge mission. And, you know, they get back and everything's generally fine. The Hokage, Minato is made aware of what happened. The change of the rank to the mission is as such. It's probably an A rank mission, they said. B at least. A, maybe. Definitely not an S, but I think they said it was anywhere from a B to an A rank mission. So there's that. And life goes back to general normal. They're again doing some, basic missions. Kakashi ever gives them the day off one day. And, Hinata and Sasuke and Naruto are just like hanging around a little bit and they are doing their thing. There isn't even a Konohamaru situation here because I argue that Konohamaru probably wouldn't be involved in this. So there isn't come on, you promised you play Ninja with us, boss. There isn't that. So, they're kind of just busy. Hey, what do you guys want to do? Can I take the day off? And Hinata's obviously game, but Sasuke's like, no, I think I'm just going to go get some training in a home. All right, if you're sure. All right, catch you later, Sasuke. Yeah, later. And so Hinata and Naruto are just spending some time together. They don't, as friends, get to spend as much time together. As teammates, they spend a lot of time together. But as friends, it's less. So they're actually enjoying this time. They're kind of just walking around. And I think you could still see the Konohamaru thing happen, except this is where Naruto meets Konohamaru, where he and his friends are playing ninja, and maybe they accidentally pissed off. It could be literally they ran into Sakura saying, where are you going, foreheads? Like, God. Or where you go, sorry, God, you don't have to be so mean. It's like you got more forehead than you got manners. And she just turns around and chases after him. And maybe he ran into Kankuro then. I think that's a completely logical scenario that could happen. And we're not going to do that, take a shot every time he says this about the Kankuro or Rock Lee thing. We've been through that. I always now just sum it up saying Kankuro in part 1 was an idiot. Rock Lee was a cheat. That's all I'll basically say. For any of you who are new, go to some of my past what-ifs when I talk about the scenarios. You'll know what I'm talking about. Or ask it in the comments, and I'll briefly explain why he was stupid or cheat on Rock Lee's part. Moving on. So they come and say, hey, wait, what are you doing with that kid? Oh, God, more brats in this stupid village. Come on, put him down, Kankuro. You know it's not a smart idea. We got some time before he shows up. Let's have a little fun. Hey, I said put him down. And who's going to make me? You, Blondie, or your little girlfriend over there? They're not even registering the girl. Well, Hinata registered because she's just so in love with him. But Naruto's not registering that comment. But Hinata, even though she registered it, is still like, what's going on? What are we going to do? It's like, even though Naruto's a lot more mature in this version, legit, I do see him maybe losing his cool. It's someone just picking on a kid like that. However, Hinata stops him, activates her Byakugan, and sees the chakra strings there. And she basically gives him there's chakra strings all over the place. Naruto's like, chakra strings? Like, wait, that's right. And he looks, and he realizes, like, that's right. They're headbands. They're from the Sand Village. And one of the things they're famous for is, like, and one of the things they're known for is, all right, fine, to which Naruto just gets basically on his gun, because I think I could see him wearing I don't know if I brought up in the last one, but I could see him wearing hand gloves, fingerless gloves that have seals already on them. So Naruto just kind of And one of the things I could see him having on his hands are chakra seals, both just for sealing it and releasing it back. So essentially, as long as Naruto has chakra to absorb, he could, in essence, have basically a ki-based attack with chakra. That's I think honestly a pretty innovative and pretty basic technique an Uzumaki could probably have. So anyway, he comes in, and Naruto, even though he can't see it, he's immediately swipes his hands around. Just, whoa! It's like, what exactly? Even Kankuro and Damaru's like, what exactly is he doing? Unfortunately, to which Naruto quickly just like this, boom! It's like, or it's like, hey, he still would have to probably make a hand seal, maybe like doing this, just and then just hits Kankuro. It's not a lot of chakra, admittedly, but it's enough that it would just gut check him real quick. Just, boom! Ooh! It's like, gotcha, kid. Oh, thanks. What was that? Yeah, it's like chakra seals. Unfortunately, I can't see the chakra strings you use for that little puppet on your back there. But luckily, my teammate here is able to see chakra thanks to her Byakugan. It's like, and to which they see, and Tamaru's like, she's a Hyuga. That makes sense. And Tamaru's laughing. Yeah, you kind of had that coming, Kankuro. It's like, well, what? And to which, Kankuro's like, you little brat. You're one of the assholes I hate the most. I'll talk, nothing to back it up. To which Naruto's just like, I'm pretty sure I did just back it up. Even Tamaru's snickering. I like this kid. Plus, I think she could also find Naruto cute. To which, like, you little, and he pulls out the string only for, what the? It's like, yeah, you got a lot of nerd coming to someone else's village and attacking their civilians. What kind of idiot are you? My point. I brought it up in context of the story. It's like, why you? It's like, how about I just kick both your asses right now? Enough, Kankuro. Kankuro, that's enough. Hi, Gaara. It's like, and they both all see him. It's like, I didn't even sense him. It's like, Hinata wasn't even paying attention. Like, whoa. It's like, where did he come from? Disappears. We were just, shut up or I'll kill you. I apologize for my brother. We'll be taking our leave. Hey, hold up. It's like, wait, why are you here? It's like, oh, wait. It's like, come on, don't you guys know anything? I mean, you're cute. I mean, you must not know a lot. Guess you're all looks and no brains. So she talks to Naruto that way. To which Naruto's like, takes it both as an insult, and it's like, wait, is she flirting with me? It's like, you're here for the tuning exams. By the way, we didn't get your name. I'm Gaara of the Desert. These are my siblings. I'm curious about you two as well. Curious about the three of you as well. Because I can honestly see, because he's probably been paying attention, he know that Hinata saw the chakra strings. Not an easy thing to do. Hyuga's probably a good challenge. So I was like, I'm Naruto Uzumaki, Sasuke Uchiha, Hinata Hyuga. I look forward to us meeting again. Farewell. And, they walk off. The tuning exams are happening already? Man, that must be what Kakashi Sensei must have gone off about. Yeah, we should probably go find him. I'm going to see if we can't find him. I'm going to look for Dad first. Or I'll send a clone to look for Dad, see if I can get to him first. And the Sounders is, that Sand Kid's pretty good, but the Leaf Ninja aren't bad either. This is going to be interesting. And so the Sound are keeping their eyes on him. Obviously, Kakashi, they get to them and say, all right, getting prepared for the exams now. And yeah, Iruka's a little like, I don't know. It's like, don't worry about it. And so they all agreed to do the exams. And there's obviously a couple days prior, so Naruto is busy brushing up on some skills, probably maybe learning an extra jutsu, because obviously he's got ninjutsu as well. I can see him getting a specific jutsu down that I will not talk about until later. And no, it's not the one you think. Or anyone who's like wondering, oh, is it? He uses that one a lot. Maybe eventually I'll get that one down later on the list, because I always just like doing that one. Because it makes for a perfect Naruto technique. But we will be seeing something else from that series in just a minute. Well, maybe not just a minute, but in a few minutes. So the day comes, they go take the exams. Obviously, the first exam is finding out that is figuring out the Genjutsu trick. And, sorry, I thought I heard car pulling in. I would have to stop the video and start over. And they obviously figure it out. Unfortunately, Sasuke is still Sasuke and a little cocky. Although Naruto, being basically equal, if not better than him, helps keep that roughly in check. I think it still would it would still be him who points it out, and they go on their way. To which then Naruto, I think Sakura and her cohorts are already teammates already past that point, because I don't believe I don't believe Nedji. I don't believe we see them. I think they were already past that point. Or close. They weren't in the area at any point, so we don't see Sakura. Although I can imagine Rock Lee already attempted to make a move on Sakura. Please be my girlfriend. I will protect you in my life. No thanks. Sasuke and Neji still had that confrontation. Although I could honestly see it being maybe even Neji and Naruto having that confrontation. Because here we have Neji actually as a Hinata. Neji, it's like, which Naruto does know a little bit about what goes on in that clan, thanks to having Hinata on the team, and Minato and the Uzumakis not being the most fond of the Hyugas because of their use of the caged bird seal. So he has an idea of what's going on between him, her, and Neji. Plus, also is most likely aware that he was branded with the seal. And he's not angry at Neji for the seal because that's not his doing. That's the thing. I would think the Uzumakis don't like the Hyuga, not because they don't like the people individually, because of the clan's usage of seal. As seal users themselves, they find it barbaric and terrible. And like I said, they wouldn't hate anyone who's branded with the seal. They probably don't even hate any of the kids or the young ninjas. It's like the elders who continue to do the whole sealing they dislike quite a bit, more as people, more than anything else. I mean, respect them as ninja or a shinobi, but that you get where I'm going with that. So Neji and Naruto, I see her, and basically it's just like a formal greeting. Neji's still very. See, someone asked me the question: did I think that a kidnapping attempt on Hinata still happened? And I answered it kind of in the in one of the videos, but I'll say it again. If assuming the Harikage was the one who ordered it, which I believe we know it was the case, ordered it, and that he wouldn't try to go against Minato because he respected Minato. But I have to assume he at least on some level respected the third as well. Like, he's still the third Hokage. He's still the professor. So I have to, and he's still got a reputation. I have to believe there was some level of respect there as well. We don't know for certain, but yeah, I still have to believe there's some level of respect there. So even if A didn't order it, I could see them. I could still see it like they need more bloodlines for like the Cloud, because there's only really one bloodline that we know of, and that's the Cloud release. There's Black Lightning, but that's not a bloodline as far as we know it trait. That's just a technique. The Cloud release is an actual Keka Genkai. Or no, sorry, Storm release. Sorry, Storm release, where lightning and water form like a laser type attack. That's the we only ever see it once, but it's really cool. I can only imagine what kind of techniques you could make with that. Like lasers, almost like plasma. I think that's just a really cool idea. Lightning and wind are like my two favorite elemental jutsus out of the 5 base ones. But yeah, I could, like I said, Ninja go rogue all the time, and maybe you think he'd bring honor to the village. Bring some glory back to the Cloud Village. Because the Cloud Village, up until Shippuden, was and the Stone Village to some degree as well, was very mildly touched on. Like, except for that one ninja, they very rarely touched on that, so we never really knew what the level of power of that village was. But it does seem like they're quite a powerful village, ultimately. So, yeah, sorry, there's an episode of South Park distracted me. The young chef is like, I'm going to make love to you, Amanda, in 10 years. Anywho, so yeah, I still think that the attempt on Hinata probably happened. Neji's dad didn't make it, and so Neji holds her, and then Ain Hamel's responsible. Anyway, back to the actual plot. I detoured quite a bit on that. There's still that brief moment where Rock Lee stops the possible attack with Sasuke and Neji. I actually don't think Neji holds any. That's not true. Neji probably does hold some animosity towards Uzumakis, particularly main branch Uzumakis. But despite it, which is odd because Naruto technically is a main branch, but he doesn't carry the red hair, so it means that Neji has to think about who Naruto is for a second. I mean, I'm sure everyone knows, based on just the look and the fact that Minato is alive, that he is the Hokage's kid. But I think he just doesn't like main branch members of any household. So even though it's the Uzumaki and he's not as angry at them because he's probably where they don't like the usage of it, he still can't get over that resentment of main branches. So he's still probably curt with Naruto, but not necessarily rude, overly rude. Anyway, I digress. Moving on, the Rock Lee incident. This is actually something that I think might be very different. Because Sasuke is the last of the Uchiha, and he's a prodigy, considered a prodigy. But Naruto is the head of a clan, and I don't know if Naruto would be considered a prodigy, but he's probably considered among the strongest Uzumaki in his generation. Like, even some of his cousins, like Karin, and a couple we're going to meet in a little bit, might not be overall as strong as him, because I think one of the things he really excels at, apart from just learning ninjutsu, is that he's exceptionally good with seals, even beyond Uzumaki of slightly older ages. Like Karin, we know, is a couple years older, and his two cousins we're going to meet are a few years older. So older Uzumakis are Naruto's even a little bit better than them. Granted, he's nowhere near like Kushina. Hinata's not Uzumaki, but he's married to one. And obviously the head of the clan, no, Naruto can't even touch that guy. But between the elemental jutsu and ninjutsu he knows and his seals, he is an extremely capable individual. So Lee probably weighs his options about who he actually wants to challenge. Like, I would like to challenge both of you. But right now, I think he'd probably go for Sasuke first. Being the last of the Uchiha acclaimed as a prodigy, I think might be more to his liking. And Naruto's, well, that's kind of rude. I mean, I want to test about it. We'll only fight with taijutsu. It's like, you sure about this, Sasuke? Yeah, we got some time to kill. And then to which Hinata is just like, all right. And they're just looking on. Naruto, again, to his credit, it's like, yeah, I get him first. Yeah, no, he's not that. He's just actually going to let's just stand by and watch it happen. To which Lee and Sasuke get into a fight. Now, because Sasuke is stronger in this version and a certain level more skilled, he actually is able to hold his own a bit better against Lee. In fact, I think he could even maybe, at least in the initial confrontation when Lee is slightly overpowering him, once he activates the Sharingan, is able to actually see his movements, is actually able to react a bit better, even though Lee is faster. And actually get a reaction as he's able to not only see where the move's coming from, but immediately react. Like, before Lee starts the move, he immediately reacts to where Lee's about to go, hence the precognition abilities of the Sharingan. And actually block and get a solid gut check on. The Sasuke admits, like, it's difficult to keep up with this guy. Like, I'm struggling here. And Lee's like, that was an excellent counter, but it's time. I see you really are worthy of it. Now I shall prove myself. To which Guy shows up, kicks the crap out of Lee. It's like, I'm sorry, Guy Sensei. I just wanted to test him. I just wanted to prove my worth as a ninja. It's like, you think I like hitting you, Lee? And to which he's like, yeah. It's like, to which Naruto puts like, yeah, look, I can respect that, but you realize I'm bringing up my complaint in canon, so it makes sense. Like, how was that to prove that you were a Sled Ninja? You set the terms of the match. If Sasuke had all of his abilities at play, do you really think it would have gone as smoothly? It's like, well, it's like, he's got a good point, Lee. I get that you want that. Yeah, I get that's your specialty, but if you're not able to push yourself against all your opponent's abilities, how are you really testing yourself as a ninja? And Lee goes off and kind of sulks. So yeah, I brought it up in a canon way without actually complaining about it. Yeah, I feel so vindicated. Anywho, so they walk in, Kakashi's there to greet him, and obviously they meet the other teams, or they meet their group, and they see there's Team 10 there, Shikamaru and Choji. Guys, will you guys keep it down? God, Naruto! It's like, oh, have you missed me, Naruto? She's kind of like just groping him. Fortunately, she's not, she isn't as annoying per se as she is with Sasuke, because she can see that with Naruto to some degree that he doesn't appreciate. Granted, she's still going to be that Valley Girl a little bit, but she can at least she at least respects Naruto a bit more. It's like, thanks, thanks, it's great to see you too. I had a little trouble breathing. He's not really having a little trouble breathing, but he'd like to have her off him, just because, it's a public place, and Hinata's there. Not that they were dating or anything, but that's his friend, and he's not sure why he feels awkward about it, and Hinata's kind of just glaring at It's like, how you been, Hinata? It's like, oh, I'm fine, to which they both kind of have a friendly glare. They are ultimately friendly towards each other, but it's that friendly rivalry of love. It's like, he's been spending a lot of time with Naruto. I say, well, he is my teammate, after all. That's what they said. It's like, yeah, I can see that. It's like, and it's like, oh god, and it's like, to which Sasuke kind of grins out and say, "What are you smiling at?" You know what I'm smiling about, Sasuke. And all of a sudden, it's like, huh? And then all of a sudden, boom, he gets hit, crash into by Sasuke. It's like, oh, have you missed me? I've missed you so much, Sasuke. It's so good to see you. Have you missed me? It's like, good. What are you smirking about, Naruto? You know what I'm smirking about, bastard. It's like, turnabout's fair play. It's like, can you guys keep it down? To which Naruto looks and is like, I know that voice. Karin, Nichan. Hey, Naruto. Hey, little cuz. It's been a while. How you been? I see you guys are making it for. I see Sensei's approved you for your exams. Yeah, Kakashi can be a ball buster. You're lazy, but when push comes to shove, he knows what's good for us. Renji, Shuichi, how are you? Now, like I said, this is as fanficky as this is one of those closer to fanficky what ifs because I actually have to create characters for the clan because they exist now. And I made one from one of my personal favorite shonens, Bleach. That's the leader. I based him off of Kisuke and a little bit of myself. Kisuke Urahara from Bleach. Well, I also decided to take some other characters from some other animes that I like and just insert them in there. So, I believe Arinji, but you know him better as Kirashima, Uzumaki. We'll get into what these characters are actually capable of doing when they actually have to fight. Because clearly, I'm going to have to redo the entirety of the brackets in this version for the preliminaries because it's very clear these guys are going to make it to the preliminaries. But there's Kirashima. Now, I don't think he's probably got something similar to what he has here for his outfit, minus I don't actually understand what the whole mask thing is for. He honestly looks a little better with that. So he's probably got something like this with like some chainmail or something like that, ninja mail under that, because I don't think he's completely bare chested. And Suiji, better known as Kurama, because you have to stop and think, oh yeah, they're only like 15 or 16 years old in Yu Yu Hakusho. So they're well in the age range for this. Kurama's actually the team leader here, even though Karin is technically the most boisterous of them. He's the most level-headed and therefore kind of like the team leader there. I was like, oh, it's like, Naruto, it's good to see you. Hey, Yuji. Let's just say Kirishima, because I think it's Orinji, it's like, Kirishima. It's like, hey, Naruto, it's good to see you, man. So you guys came too. It's like, it's good to see you, Naruto. I'm glad to see you your team has made it qualified for the exams. But it's good to see you too. So you guys are going to be, so we're going to be going up against you. It seems so. I hope you haven't been slacking. It's like, yeah, you just worry about yourself. And say, oh, of course. And then obviously Kabuto comes over. Sasuke, asks about Gaara and Nedji. And then the sound come in, do the whole bit. It's like, oh, it's that kind of attack. And then Ibiki shows up. All right, that's enough. Quiet, you brats. It's time for the exam. Then they go into the written portion of the exams, which they wouldn't have Hinata paired with Naruto, simply because, or paired against Naruto, because you can't have team members next to each other. So, this becomes a little bit of a problem. Sasuke and Hinata have no problems here with the cheating in the exams. Naruto doesn't necessarily have anything for that. Unfortunately, even any seal he does, he'd have to actually set it up. So, unfortunately, luckily, Naruto isn't an idiot in this version, academically speaking. He's smart enough to realize he can get at least one answer down. It's like, one's good enough. And then, obviously, the test comes, Naruto's just like, I think Naruto still has that moment of not being scared and then say, I don't go back, I'm over. That's my ninja way. He doesn't have that moment, but he still goes like, and it's like, oh, you standing up to get out? No, I'm standing up to say, enough with the scare tactics. Either you're gonna fail, or either give us the question now, or give us the question now and stop wasting your time. Because eventually Naruto just gets tired of waiting. I was like, we all came here to be, well, for one thing, to be ninja. We're not going to back down just because someone offers us some bullcrap ultimatum. So give us the final question. Give us the final question, or let us go right now. To which Ibiki is like, it's like, all right, you pass. And it's like, it was a bluff, standard bluff. And then obviously Anko comes in and says, all right, brats, get ready because you're all mine now. You were a little early on that, Anko. So that is where we're ending off. So meet two of the new Uzumakis in the story. They'll be playing at least some parts, however important or otherwise. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Oh, God, I've got to now write out the tuning preliminary results. And it's actually very easy the way to do that if you ever have to. If you need something randomized, just go to Google, assign each person a number, and do a random number generator. That's all you got to do. And that's what I did last time. Because what was the one that I did last time? Because there was someone else who was a part of the exams or someone who was missing in the exams. Was it the last one if I did? Was it the one where Naruto had Minazuki that was randomized? I want to say it was that one, or was it the previous one? Either way, I had to actually randomize one at one point. So I'm going to have to do that again. Until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you folks later. I actually got a lot of videos to do. So, because I got to pre-record for tomorrow because I work the next 2 days. So I got to pre-record. That's going to be fun. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you later.